What if I told you that you don't need to be a scholar, a warrior, or a leader to stand beside the prophets on the day of judgment? What if all it takes is honesty? One simple hadith from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, promises something unbelievable. The honest and trustworthy trader will be with the prophets, the truthful, and the martyrs. But why did the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, give such a high rank to a trader? A business person, someone who buys and sells for a living today, about to discover a truth that could change the way you see money work. And even Jana, stay with me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back to the Inspire Factory, where we bring you stories and wisdom that strengthen your faith and inspire your heart. Today's topic is powerful because every one of us deals with money, trust, and opportunities to be honest or dishonest. Let's dive in. We often think the greatest tests come from poverty, sickness, or fear, but there is another test that people overlook: the test of business. In business, you can lie and profit, you can cheat, and no one may catch you. You can hide defects, inflate prices, or misuse trust. And yet the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that honesty in trade is so powerful, so rare, and so beloved to Allah that it raises a believer to stand shoulder to shoulder with prophets. Why? Because money reveals who a person really is. It exposes the heart. The early Muslims used to say, do not be fooled by a man's prayer or fasting and tip. You see how he behaves with money. Most sins happen in moments of weakness, but dishonesty in business requires planning, attention, and cold calculation. That's why being honest when you can cheat is a true sign of taqwa. Let's be honest, being truthful is not always easy. You lose money when you tell the truth. You lose customers when you refuse to lie. You lose deals when you don't exaggerate. But every time you choose honesty, you are choosing all. Over profit, you're choosing the hereafter over it. Moment of gain. This is why honesty is not just a nice thing to do. It is an act of worship, a form of jihad against your own desires, a proof of your iman. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not say the praying trader or the fasting trader or the generous trader. He said the honest and trustworthy trader, because honesty is the currency of the heart. There is a beautiful story about a merchant in the time of Umar ibn al-Khattab. May Allah be pleased with him. A man entered his shop wanting to buy a camel. The merchant showed him a camel and said, there is a scratch on its leg. I want you to know this before buying. The buyer said, the scratch is nothing. The merchant said, maybe to you it is nothing, but I fear standing before Allah on the day of judgment having hidden something. Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, heard about this and said, this is the kind of trader who will be raised with the prophets. Notice something important: the merchant did not lose the sale. He gained barakah, trust, and the love of Allah. Let's break it down clearly. They protect society from injustice. Dishonesty destroys communities. It causes poverty, mistrust, and corruption. An honest trader keeps society clean. They resist temptation. Money is powerful. Resisting temptation is a form of spiritual strength because he lives a life of truth, courage, and sacrifice. Just like them, before he was a prophet, he was a merchant. He traveled to Syria to trade. He managed the business of Khadija. May Allah be pleased with her. People called him Asadi Al-Amin, the truthful, the trustworthy. This is important. The foundation of his prophethood was his character. Proven in business, when revelation came, people believed him because he never lied in trade. Honesty builds credibility. Credibility builds trust, and trust builds leadership. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, raised the status of business so high because he himself showed how business can be worship. Here are simple ways you can follow this hadith. Don't hide defects. If you're selling anything online or offline, be clear and transparent. Don't exaggerate. Say the truth. Don't overpromise. Keep your word. If you say you'll deliver on Monday, deliver on Monday. Be fair with pricing. Profit is halal. Deception is not make dua before every transaction. Say, oh Allah, put barakah in my trade. Barakah brings more than profit ever can think. Long-term honesty builds a reputation. People return to those they trust. Moral of the story: the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, promised a place next to the prophets for one simple reason: honesty is rare. Honesty is powerful. Honesty is worship. You don't need to be rich to earn this reward. You don't need to be famous. You don't need to be great. You just need to be truthful in what Allah has placed in front of you. May Allah make us among the honest and trustworthy. If this inspired you, follow my channel, The Inspire Factory, for more Islamic wisdom stories and reminders that uplift the heart. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share.